Today we're going to be looking at accidentally created EDH cards from the old school era of Magic the Gathering. Of course, there was no EDH or Commander back then, but it's like these cards were designed for it. I'm going to start off with Hall of Gemstone, a 3-mana a world enchantment. During each player's upkeep, that player chooses a color, and until end of turn, each mana-producing land produces mana of the chosen color instead of its normal color. So I thought this was very interesting from another show, a card that was not really designed for Commander, but you know what? At each player's upkeep, they get to choose a color, and you know what? They get to fix their mana off of it. So kudos to it. All right, next up, let's take a look at Steve Cooper's War Tax. Now, mind you, there was a lot of old school cards that ended up being part of Commander, but and those you can all suggest those cards, but I will highly prioritize cards that are very original. We're going to go with War Tax here, a 3-mana enchantment, and for a blue X, creatures can't attack this turn unless their controller pays X for each attacking creature. Oh my god, it's like propaganda. It's like propaganda. It's like bad propaganda, really. It's propaganda at home. If you don't have enough propaganda, just play this damn thing. Next up, let's take... Okay, we have Indiana Jones, The Well of Knowledge. What are we going to find in that well over here? It's a 3-mana artifact. Any player may pay 2 during his or her draw phase to draw a card. Why would I want to do that? Players may use this ability as many times as they choose. What does this card do? Okay, forget the ancient scripture. Pay 2 mana, draw a card. Any player may activate this ability, but only during their draw step. So at your turn, you can draw... If you have infinite mana, you can draw your entire deck, basically. Yeah, at your turn, you can draw like more than one card at a time. You can really cash in on this thing. It's like you have a bunch of clues on the battlefield. Invisible clues. You're cracking all your invisible clues. How is this show working, my Canadian AI-generated brother? I would say this is, it works like this. You gotta go find old school cards that look like they were designed for Commander, but they actually weren't. Next up, let's take a look. How about Fork? Is that really Fork? This is a super classic. Double red instant, copy target instant or sorcery spell, except that the copy is red. You may choose new targets for the copy. You get to copy it. Don't you want to redirect things more often than copying them? Oh, unless you really want to copy your own card. I guess that could work out. Okay, Corbinex says, this is a bit situational, but I have been the victim of dystopia in Commander more than once. Granted, everyone but them was playing green or white, at least partially. Dystopia is a 3-mana enchantment with commutative upkeep, pay 1 life. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a white or green permanent. I'm pretty sure, like I'm 99% sure that this is now like a pre-modern staple. So they probably saw it being played in pre-modern. They're like, you know what? This could be good for Commander too. It's at each player's upkeep. They gotta sack a white or green permanent. Hexnord says, I started playing a year ago. No way! I feel like you've been around here for years. Like literally, or were you like a custom card player that like found their way into the regular streams? This is gonna be a hard show for me. Just gotta look up like each player and then filter for like old sets. That's all you have to do. Yeah, pre-modern sideboard staple. You got that right. Okay, have to finish a movie, can actually pay attention. Sorry for the inevitable redundant post of Siphon Flesh. Is that old enough? This is literally a Commander card. You want old cards. It's got to be old. That was literally a Commander card. Okay, we'll go with... Okay, this is not very original. But Null Rod. Do you know what's a problem I have with this card? Okay, I want stuff that's like all players, or each player does this. This actually is fine on one-on-one, so I'm going to disqualify this one. Let's take a look at Old Boys. Multani Marrow Sorcerer. Oh, maybe because it's a legend. We are summoning a legend around here. I might give a little bit of credit to the legends out there. Legendary creature, elemental sorcerer. It's got Shroud, so even checks off some check boxes for the custom card crew out there. Multani's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in all players' hands. This definitely would have made a sick commander at the time. An absolute sick commander. Accidental commander cards. That's right. Cards that they didn't make these for commander, but it could be played in commander if anything. Okay, Christopher V wants redemption with Leyline. Literally a card called Ley and Line. This is a 4-mana enchantment at the beginning of each player's upkeep. Learn from Christopher B here. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It is very underwhelming. It's a very underwhelming EDH card, but EDH card nonetheless. We got Y Kill with Balance. So Balance is pretty good one-on-one. One-on-one, too obvious. I want like a little bit more. Let's get these cards that are definitely multiplayer power, or I wouldn't say powerful, but multiplayer playable. Next, let's take a look at who do we have? Who else do we have here? Toes wants Flash Fires. I guess I could allow some of these like destroy all cards. Flash Fires, 4 mana, destroy all the planes out there. Especially if you can turn all the lands into planes at the time. Soth with Titania's Song. Flash Fires is like, hey, it's a fair Armageddon. Doesn't destroy all the lands. Okay, Titania's Song, a 4-mana enchantment. Each non-creature artifact loses all abilities and becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness, each equal to its mana value. If the enchantment leaves the battlefield, this effect continues until end of turn. Does not specify that this is a commander card. Each non-creature artifact. Oh, sorry. Okay, do you know what? I like it. Do you know what? I'll let you have it. I'll tell you why. Because I really like the fact that it removes all the non-creature artifacts. So the soul rings, the treasure tokens, the mana crypts. Do you know what? I'm gonna give a pass to that one. It's very, very commander-like. It's like an anti-commander card. It's a meta card. I was a little too quick on the buzzer there. I'm pretty sure Siphon Mind was done. At least I heard of it. We got who else? No, Oubliette is just a removal spell. Any format can play that. Or sorry, how do I put it? Even if it's a one-on-one game, they would play it. I think Cataclysm? I don't know what this is. Oh, this card. This is like the Sword of Balance, 4-mana sorcery. Each player chooses. Okay, this one's good. Each player chooses from among the permanents they control an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a land, then sacrifices the rest. I like that it's acknowledging each player at the table. Next up, we got Mappius with Angus Mackenzie. We need commanders out here, apparently. Okay, Angus Mackenzie, the 3-mana 2/2. Oh my god, this is such a commander card. It probably actually sees playing commander. For 3 mana, tap, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. You also get access to 3 colors at the same time. Stormy Cat, sorry, demonic consultation. That's definitely not going to count. It's got to be, come on, it's got to be a card. These are not cards good in Commander today. These are cards that were accidentally, it's almost like they accidentally designed it for Commander, but there was no Commander at the time. Like Christopher B is like very accidental, the Rolling Earthquake. Even though Christopher B already got a card. See, the Rolling Earthquake is a red X sorcery, and it deals X damage to each creature without horsemanship and each player. Everyone at the table gets equally nailed. Leon Corgi with Repercussion. Okay, Repercussion is a 3-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, Repercussion deals that much damage to that creature's controller. I would lean to say this is not okay. How does this card acknowledge Commander? How does it acknowledge EDH? Whenever a creature is dealt damage, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I can't say that this is definitely could be a, how do I put it? Okay, we'll just move on. Okay, we got why kill the worst land in the game, Ristic Cave. Well, we're not looking at, well, we can look at bad cards. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool unless any player pays 1. Okay, this is true. This helps burn decks in EDH. Oh, does it? Whenever a creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to that creature's controller. Oh, that, yeah, I guess it's even a combo with Rolling Earthquake, to be honest. All right. You know what? You talked me into it. You talked the talk. Okay, we got Z-Man Vader with the Copper Tablet. Copper Tablet, 2 mana, artifact at the beginning of each player's upkeep. It deals 1 damage to that player. 1 damage down, 39 to go. Corbinek says, Razia's Purification came out 3 years before Commander, and I've seen it played to devastating results. Razia's Purification. This was, oh, I thought Commander was at least older than Ravnica. I guess I could be wrong. This is not old school, though. This is very not old school. That's why we got like around. You know what? If you give me like a Ristic card, I'll excuse it. But it's got to be around like the 2000 or early era, or earlier era. Lesthian with the Oath of Lieges. Oath of Lieges, a 2 mana enchantment at the beginning of each player's upkeep. That player chooses target player who controls more lands than they do and is their opponent. The first player may search their library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. I love it. And you know what? With so many players at the table, there's always going to be somebody who has more lands than you do. Commander was after Ravnica. I guess there's so many Ravnicas. I was never around for the first one, but then when I came back into Magic around 2010, like, Commander was already a thing. Like, it existed. EDH was made in 2004 in its current form. Oh, huh? Well, there's some debate about the historical relevance of Commander. Or maybe between when it became main. Hold on, when did this EDH card come into existence? Where'd the EDH card go? Oh, I lost it. Okay, Toilet Duck, Bottomless Pit. Fun thing to do, read the flavor text for the Secret Lair reprint of this card. Okay, we have a 3 mana Bottomless Pit enchantment. During each player's upkeep, that player discards a card at complete random. And they just reprinted this card. And it reads like an unset card. That's all I'm gonna say. It reads like an unset card. Indiana Jones, Kano with Portcullis. You got a card, Indiana Jones. Portcullis is a 4 mana artifact. Whenever a creature enters, if there are 2 or more other creatures on the battlefield, exile that creature. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control when this artifact leaves the battlefield. Oh my god. There are 2 or more other creatures. How the hell does this thing work? So like there's just never going to be like a bunch of creatures on the battlefield. New creature enters. If there are 2 or more, you got to exile that creature, but it's going to come back when we blow up the Portcullis. Very bizarre card. 2012 was the first set of Commander decks. Yeah, but Commander existed way before then. Way before then. Felicia with the Mana Cache. Mana Cache is a 3 mana enchantment. At the end of each player's turn, put a charge counter on Mana Cache for each untapped land that player controls. Remove a charge counter from the Mana Cache. Add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. Any player may play this ability, but only during his or her turn before the end phase. This is a beautiful card. This has Commander written all over it. It's perhaps very political. Also, perhaps, so on each player's end step, put a charge counter on this for each untapped land that player controls. Why, thank you very much. I could have used that mana, and I did. Okay, we're going to take a look at more of these amazing EDH cards that weren't meant to be EDH cards, but we do have to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. With a new deal of the week every week. In fact, it just changed right now. Deal of the week, 20% off all playmats. But if you're not looking for a new playmat, you might be looking for singles, like from Secrets of Strixhaven, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Lore and Eclipse, or the entire history of Magic the Gathering. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu, though, to get 5% off all your purchases. And, of course, it also supports the channel. And I appreciate everyone supporting Nikachu MTG. Okay, we got Phil Goad with our first super chat. Thank you very much, Phil Goad. The Fallen from the Dark. There's a lot of the Fallen cards. How is the Fallen? Okay, where is this thing? Okay, the Fallen. It is a quadruple. Oh, you want to see the dark one? Okay, quadruple black, 2/3. It's a creature. It's a zombie apparently. At the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. And Planeswalker, it has dealt damage to this game. What the hell? Because at the time of the dark, there was no Planeswalker. Okay, during his controller's upkeep, the Fallen does 1 damage to each opponent it has previously damaged. That is so weird. So it does acknowledge Planeswalkers now, because I guess at the time. Oh yeah, it's dealing damage. It's not losing life, so dealing damage could be redirected to a Planeswalker in theory. Toes is like, bro, all the squirrels were waiting for EDH to make them good. That's right. Did they make them good, Toads? Are you eating good now with all your squirrels? Matthew Green with Dark Suspicions. It's a little sus around here. 4-mana enchantment at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. That player loses 1 life for each card in his or her hand more than you have in your hand. So we need them to have. So it's like a rack. So this is a type of card that combos with cards that forces my opponent to draw a bunch of cards, and then they're hopefully going to lose a lot of life once a turn. Next up, we have Hexenort with Task Mage Assembly. Task Mage Assembly is a 3-mana enchantment. When there are no creatures in play, sacrifice your Task Mage Assembly. And for 2 mana, Task Mage Assembly deals 1 damage to target creature. Any player may play this ability, but only any time they could play a sorcery. Deals 1 damage to target creature. That is very interesting. It's almost like what's it called? Pestilence. It's Red Pestilence, but way jankier. Super janked. Next up. I mentioned earlier, if you have unoriginal card names, you will be dead last on the show. So it's gotta be a little bit more original. We've got. This is not exactly super original, but I'll take it. Dream Halls. Dream Halls, the 5-mana enchantment. Rather than pay the mana cost for a spell, its controller may discard a card that shares a color with that spell instead. Does this affect everybody? Pay the mana cost for a spell, its controller. Yeah, I guess this is everybody. Everyone gets access to a Dream Halls. Does anyone want to play their stuff for free? Go for it. Next up, we got Y Kill with the super chat. Fast Bond. If you want unoriginal cards, you have to super chat for them. Okay, we have a green enchantment. You may play any number of lands on each of your turns whenever you play a land. If it wasn't the first land you played this turn. Actually, this is not even an EDH level card. So we're looking for accidental EDH cards. Like, this is a good card in EDH. Also a very good card in one-on-one Magic. As you see this card, it's banned in Legacy. It's perfectly legal in Vintage, but it is banned in Legacy because it's just too utterly powerful. There's nothing in this card that says that this has sort of a multiplayer effect. It doesn't acknowledge multiplayer in this card, so I'm going to donate it somewhere else. I will accept this one. Howling Mine. So we'll give you half of that super chat. It's actually also a popular one-on-one card. But I think this is way more fun. Way more fun in Commander. For 2 mana artifact at the beginning of each player's draw step, if Howling Mine is untapped, that player draws an additional card. Draws an additional one. Next we've got Fan Factor with Devout Witness. Repeatable enchantment and artifact removal on a creature. We have a 3 mana 2/2. It's a human spell shaper. 2 mana tap, discard a card, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Recurable. Do you know what? I will take that. I'll accept that. Because we all know how many artifacts and enchantments are in this damn game. And 1-for-1s, they're terrible. They're just garbage. Or I would say there's a situation of Swords to Plowshare or something, but you want something that you can use over and over again. I like the Devout Witness here. Wykill wants half their super chat back, so absolutely you can. The Winter Orb. Personally, I like this card a little bit more in one-on-one. 2 mana artifact, as long as Winter Orb is untapped. Let's get an old one. Got the Bears. We have okay, players cannot untap more than 1 land during their untap phase. Does Time Twister count? It is. Oh, okay, whatever. I'll give it to you. Time Twister. Hey, has anyone heard of Time Twister? Anybody? Anybody? Has anyone heard of Time Twister? Anyway, 3 mana sorcery. Each player shuffles their hand in and graveyard into the library, then draws 7 cards. It does count. Winter Orb is banned in Commander, isn't it? No! No, it's so bad. It's like a pretty bad card. I don't know. You know what? Winter Orb, I think, is just a super overrated card where people a long time ago thought it was good. It's probably annoying in Commander. And it's just downright terrible in one-on-one Magic these days. The world is just too mana efficient. I guess, okay, I'll give you this. Winter Orb is probably very good in, like, if your play group is super clunky. Like, if they're just trying to if they're trying to play, like, a 10-mana dinosaur by ramping lands, well, it's not going to work with Winter Orb on the battlefield. It'll just be terrible. We got Screen Hermit with Smoke. Like from Mortal Kombat, that Smoke. Smoke is a double red enchantment. Players can't untap more than 1 creature during their untap steps. Oh, that is amazing card. That feels very Commander-like. They also reprinted a million times between revised 4th edition, 5th edition. It's almost like they were getting reprints for those Commander players. Micah was like, Time Twister looks useful. I should look into buying one. Don't get a heart attack looking at the price on eBay. We got Cullen with Angel's Trumpet. The Angel's Trumpet is a 3 mana artifact. Attacking does not cause your creatures to tap. And at the end of each player's turn, tap all untapped creatures they control that did not attack this turn. Cowards! You're punished. Punished for being a coward in this game. Even though that's literally a mechanic. Angel's Trumpet deals 1 damage to that player for each creature tapped this way. You deserve to be punished for your cowardly creatures. We got Rin with Armageddon Clock. Armageddon Clock, a 6 mana artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a Doom counter on this artifact. At the beginning of your draw step, this artifact deals damage equal to the number of Doom counters on it to each player. And for 4 mana, remove a Doom counter from this artifact. Any player may activate this ability, but only during any upkeep step. My God, making people waste their upkeep on this damn thing. We got Phil Go with another super chat. The Game of Chaos. Game of Chaos is a triple red sorcery. Flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails while coin is in the air. The loser of the flip loses 1 life. The winner of the flip gains 1 life and may choose to repeat the process. Double the stakes each time. What the hell? Calls heads or tails. The loser flips. The winner of the flip gains 1 life and maybe chose to repeat the process. Oh, I see. You're like, okay, it's a double or nothing for like 1 life over and over again. This is just a weird card. We got Prince of Winners with Squeeze. Does it count? Let you know in a second. It's a 4-mana enchantment. Sorcery spells cost 3 more to play. It does technically count. I mean, like, it feels like a commander card, I should say. You know what? It feels like a commander card, even though it doesn't acknowledge multiple people at the table. Next, we got Voltland Cleansing. Might be an interesting politics late game. Cleansing is a triple white sorcery. All land is destroyed. Players may prevent cleansing from destroying specific lands by paying 1 life for each land they wish to protect. Effects that prevent or redirect damage may not be used to counter this loss of life. Well, probably very late in the game, they're just going to let their lands get blown up. That's about it. Can't remember if Bryce got a card. Let's go with Illicit Auction. Oh, I like sort of disqualified your Time Twister. Time Twister technically was legal. Illicit Auction is a 5-mana sorcery. Choose target creature. Each player may bid life for control. We're all going to auction off the creature. You can bid life. The beginning begins at 0. Proceeding in turn order, each player may top the high bid. The auction ends when the high bid stands. The high bidder loses life equal to the high bid and gains control of the creature. Very bizarre. It's like, you know what? It really reminds me of Monopoly. If you land on a property and you don't want it, then you can put it out to auction. And you can be part of that auction. But it's like, why put it out there in the first place? How much would you pay for an Emrakul? Probably, that's a good question. If I pay all my life and I kill 1 person, someone else is going to kill me. I'm going to do a storage wars on your auction. Yep. Yep. Let's keep those prices going up. Next, let's get Toad's Black Fies. A very upkeep-ish card. 1-mana artifact. As the artifact enters, choose an opponent. Oh, it only affects 1 player. Disqualified. It's got. If it affect everybody, that would definitely feel like this. This is the sort of the definition of a 1-on-1 card. Let's go. Okay, you actually have a replacement. The Quorum Trench Gnomes. Quorum Trench Gnomes. 4-mana, 1/1 gnomes. Target planes produces 1 instead of white until the end of the game. Use counters. I guess. Moving on. Okay, let's just see if we can get some other. What is there, like, literally no other each player, each opponent type of cards back then? Oh boy, with fight or flight. I guess we're on to no 2 cards yet. Fight or flight? No! Here, I got it. Scryfall got confused. Fight or Flight is a 4-mana enchantment. At the beginning of each opponent's combat phase, separate all creatures that player controls into 2 face-up piles. Only creatures in the pile of his or her choice may attack this turn. Definitely. See, this one acknowledges opponents. Not one opponent, opponents. And that was invasion. Invasion, people. Where would Commander be without these types of cards? To exist in the first place before Commander even came into existence. Z-Man Vader with If, Biff, Efreet. If Biff Efreet is a 4-mana 3/3 flyer. And for a green, if Biff Efreet deals 1 damage to each creature with flying and each player. Any player may play this ability. Oh my god. So this is literally... this is Pestilence. Deals 1 damage to each creature with flying, which includes if Biff Efreet. So I guess the ground creatures are going to live. But I'll tell you what's going to thrive. It's none other than our sponsor today, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online. My favorite digital platform for playing Magic the Gathering, whether it be pre-modern, whether it be standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, Commander, one-on-one Commander. You can get in competitive and casual. You can leave notes out to people not to join your pod if they're too aggressive. You can do that all on Magic Online, and you can have access to every deck possible only when you're running with Mana Traders, unless you want to own every card, which is insane. Use coupon code Nikachu_AHL for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. Now let's get back to our show. Okay, we got Mercenary with Innocent Blood. The simple black sorcery. Each player sacrifices their creature. 1 mana, blow up a Murktide region or something. Why kill with a massive super chat? Mana Flare and a dono to chat. Actually, several donos. Oh, whoops. We'll donate three. We'll give 3 donos for that chat. We got Mana Flare, a 3 mana enchantment. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of that type to their mana pool. It's good. Sounds good for ramping. Sounds good for ending the game quickly too. Corbinek with Grave Pact. You'll get a super chat. Grave Pact is a 4 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. What? So whenever a creature you control dies... Oh my god, this card is brutal. Is this old? How old is this card? Oh, it is actually old. So, I mean, this card was so good back in Stronghold, they actually reprinted the crap out of this thing. Actually, I should be saving these donos till the end of the show if it's a dono. Because otherwise, everyone can get a bunch of free cards right now. We got Blood Tyrant. Blood Tyrant from... This is not old! What part of before 2000 is this? Okay, we got Steve Cooper with Liability. Liability is a 3 mana enchantment. Whenever a card is put into a player's graveyard from play, the player loses 1 life. I have never heard of this card before. This looks out. Okay, am I crazy, chat? Like, is this card not insane? Insane might be like a really strong word, but like this looks like the type of card people would build around. I don't know where it would go, because if you wipe someone's board and you don't kill them, then you have to find some alternative way to kill them. Remember, a card is put into a player's graveyard from play, that player loses 1 life. And you have... I guess it's really hard. That includes mill. It doesn't include whenever a non-token permanent is put into a player's graveyard from the battlefield. No, it doesn't include mill, because it has to come from the battlefield. That's what makes it awkward. Mercenary's like, I know about this card. The kids used to use this in the playground when I was a kid. They lost, didn't they? Okay, next up, we got Hexenort's Celestial Convergence. You can't read. Where's the bingo square for Steve Cooper now? Okay, Celestial Convergence is a 4 mana enchantment. Celestial Convergence comes into play with 7 omen counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an omen counter from Celestial Convergence. If there are no more omen counters on Celestial Convergence, the player with the highest life total wins the game! If 2 or more players are tied for the highest life total, the game is a draw. So basically, this is like it's like a ticking time bomb. It's ticking, and when the time runs out, whoever has the highest life total wins. It's changing the game. It's changing the rules of the game. Oops, my last submission was from the year 2000, not before. 2000 is... If it's around the era, it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. It just can't be... Like, it can't be any, like, new border stuff. I'm going to snap disqualify that stuff. It's okay. We got Matthew Green with acidic soil. I'm not going to be growing any tomatoes in that soil. So 3 mana sorcery. Acidic soil deals 1 damage to each player for each land they control. Oh! This sounds like it's supposed to destroy a land at the same time, but it doesn't. I'm marginally disappointed. Deals 1 damage to each player for each land they control. This sort of has similar vibes to what's the card? The card that deals 2 for each non-basic land you control. So this is like slightly more fair, but accounts for every single land. Next we got... Okay, Toads wants Caltrops. Whenever a creature attacks, Caltrops deals 1 damage to it, screwing over all them token players. Oh, Price of Progress is what I was thinking of. Toads wants limited resources. Isn't this a banned card? It is a banned card. White enchantment. When limited resources comes into play, each player chooses 5 lands they control and sacks the rest. As long as there are 10 or more lands in play, players cannot play lands. You know, to be honest, it feels like this is not a commander card. Like, they most definitely did not design this for a multiplayer game. That just went right over their head. Not like no shot. Let's see in Damping Engine. Damping Engine is a 4-mana artifact. A player who controls more permanents than any other cannot play lands or artifacts or creature or enchantment spells. That player may sacrifice a permanent to ignore this effect until end of turn. So a player who controls more permanents than any other. So they can sack... Oh, that is very interesting. That is an amazingly original card. This makes me wonder, is there like enough cards to make a show about like ganging up on the person who's winning? Like whoever is winning here basically has to like, you know, is at a disadvantage. It's like anti-king making. That makes me wonder when they designed the 2-headed giant format. It's possible. Okay, next up we got Greg with Pygmy Cavu. Is there such thing as a Pygmy Cavu? I thought I knew all the Cavus. I never heard of the Pygmy one. You know, it looks like the alien from Independence Day. This is a 4-mana 1/2 Cavu. When Pygmy Cavu comes into play, draw a card for each black creature your opponents control. Hold on, I wonder if I can get alien... Oh, okay, I don't think I can screen capture it properly at the moment, unfortunately. Can we super chat banned cards? Okay, look, you're allowed to make the rules around here. The super chats make the rules, so you can super chat whatever the hell you want. In fact, there's super chats right now, like Peace Talks. Thank you so much, Jess, for your super chat. It is a #1 rule on this show. Whoever has the gold makes the rules. So we have 2 mana sorcery during this turn, and the next one, players cannot declare an attack and cannot place spells or abilities that target any permanent or player. Is this like don't touch my stuff? During this turn and next turn, creatures can't attack and players and permanents. Yeah, it's like don't touch my stuff. Don't do anything. Don't be targeting me. Also, next turn, no targeting either. Although, to be honest, this feels like a much more one-on-one type of card. There's a reason why Nikachu can't read. Needs to be the free space on all Nikachu. Well, what did I read? What did I misread? Blue shell cards? Oh, yeah, there we go. Cards that hit, like, the person who's #1. I like that. I don't know if there's enough cards for that. Blue shell cards. Attack best player. We might do that Monday. You called duck toads? Oh, did I? Sorry about that toilet duck. Okay, next up. Micum, Carpet of Flowers. Also, can I say 2005 card? I think it fits. If it has an old school border, yes. If it has a new school border, absolutely not. Carpet of Flowers. Ah, yes, Carpet of Flowers, a green enchantment. During your main phase, you may add up to X mana of any one color to your mana pool, where X is the number of islands target opponent controls. I'm going to disqualify this one. Well, this is a good card in Commander. It doesn't have to be specifically in Commander. It does not, like, you know, if it was as many islands as all your opponents control, I would accept that one, but there's no distinguishment. There's nothing that distinguishes this from a one-on-one game. Have you had a show about rarity, like worst mythic cards? Absolutely. We could do another one, though. There's got to be a point where I have to just, like, redo all the old stuff. All the classics. Okay, we got Kana with Antagonism. Antagonism is a 4-mana enchantment. During each player's discard phase, Antagonism deals 2 damage. Oh, wait. Hold on, before I go... During your main phase, you may add up to X mana, where X is the number of target. Oh, sorry. Do you know what? I am so sorry. I just, you know, before you even made that mention, I just realized when I was reading this, it didn't say target player. And it didn't say each opponent here. Do you know what? This one absolutely counts. Yeah. A target opponent? That means you have more than one opponent. You are not an opponent. Okay, Micah, you know what? You're completely redeemed. My apologies. Okay, next, we've got the Antagonism. It's a 4-mana enchantment. During each player's discard phase, Antagonism deals 2 damage to that player unless one of his or her opponents was successfully dealt damage this turn. So during their discard, that's a very strange effect at the discard phase. Unless one of their opponents was... what the hell does this card do? Can I read the original? At the beginning of each player's end step, this enchantment deals 2 damage to that player unless one of their opponents was dealt damage this turn. Beginning of each player's end step, this enchantment deals 2. Oh, I see. Okay. So you're gonna get dealt damage unless one of your opponents got dealt damage. Okay. Okay. It's super commander card, really. Next we've got Toads with the Magnetic Mountain. Merfolk beware. Magnetic Mountain, a 3-mana enchantment. Blue creatures do not untap during their controller's untap phase. Big sad for me. During his or her upkeep, a player may pay an additional 4 to untap a blue creature they control. Is there a player? Is it like, was that anyone? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may choose... Oh, I see. Okay, but it's not any player. It's got to be the person. Do any of these see play in pre-modern? No, not really. Like, most of these are... Okay, Carpet of Flowers, yes. Not the rest of it. Like, these are all multiplayer cards, right? Pre-modern is a one-on-one game or format. Okay, I'll take Benjamin Berkey's Putrefactions. I don't really want to choose Chains because I know that's also it's also like definitely counts on one-on-one. Putrefaction is a 5-mana enchantment. Whenever a player plays a white spell or green spell, that player discards a card from his or her hand. Whenever a player... This sounds awful. Player discards a card. So basically, as you play your white and green spells, you're going to like be empty of cards like almost instantaneously. Have we ever done best catch-up cards yet? That's like any card, really. Faces fan forever with the Noetic Scales. Noetic Scales, a 4-mana artifact. I think it's cute, actually. I think this little guy is very cute. I could put him on my computer desk. Okay, at the beginning of each... during each player's upkeep, return to owner's hand each creature that player controls with power greater than the number of cards in his or her hand. Ah, interesting. So if your creatures are too big, they all going boing. Boing they go. Next. We've got... Oh yeah, Dystopia is a pre-modern card. I'll let you know if he's playing pre-modern. If I remember. This card would be good against Phyrexian Dreadnought, but that's about it. By massive coincidence, Mercenary got a signed copy of Noetic Scales today. Felicia with the Thur's wielding. Thur's... Oh, sorry, weirding. Thur got weirded out here. 4 mana enchantment. This is an Ice Age card, right? This guy like sort of naked. Okay, there's a 4 mana enchantment. You know, I have a feeling there's like nothing covering this guy's dick over here. And this is a very strange position that they're, or like, you know, the strange angle. Twitch might get would ban this guy. Okay, we have a 4 mana enchantment. All players play with the cards in their hands face up on the table. Whenever any player draws a card, for any other player may pay 2 life to force the drawing player to discard that card. Effects that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to counter this loss of life. Thur is weird, so are we all. Kind of unhinged there, Nikachu. You know what? As a content creator, like, you know, I see these things go around, you know? When the camera hits at the wrong angle, yeah, Thur's weird balls. There are people who accidentally flash their genitals and then they get banned on Twitch. It happens. It happens. You know, the underwear is a little bit loose or something, and like, you know, you're holding a camera the weird way. You never know what happens. Next we get Skitheralt with Desertion. Very slow for old Magic, and even if you got it off, you weren't stealing much. EDH has much crazier bombs to snatch. This came from Visions. I like the art on this thing. It's very interesting. It's a 5 mana instant. Counter target spell. If that spell is an artifact or summon spell, put that card into play under your control as though it were just played. This card seems like an absolute bomb. Counter target spell. If it's an artifact or creature, you get to steal it? It's like bribery at instant speed. Oh my god, I love this card. This card is amazing. David Sampson says, RFK is my favorite artist. You know, your art, your avatar almost looks like some sort of... It doesn't look like our Richard Kane Ferguson art, but, you know, it's in that sort of world. Almost like, what's it called? Certain dimension style. Summon equals creature before the Mercadia update. Yeah, just like it's. I think the Oracle text now is counter target spell. If an artifact or creature spell is countered this way, put the card onto the battlefield under your control instead of into its owner's graveyard. We got Mecha Waifu with Custody Battle. Custody Battle is a 2 mana enchant creature. Enchant creature has, at the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent gains control of this creature unless you sacrifice a land? Oh, you give this to somebody else's creature. Enchant creature at the beginning of your upkeep. Target opponent gains control of this creature unless you sack a land. That's interesting. This is a fascinating card. This is basically, I don't know, 2 mana... I can't even say it's 2 mana land destruction because you don't even get rid of the enchantment. Like, it stays on this thing perpetually for forever. Give that to somebody else's commander. They won't. Oh, yeah. They can't even sack the creature. It's just like, get rid of your commander or donate your commander or donate a land into the graveyard. Next, let's take a look at show idea. MTG cards that show nips. There's not enough of them, but I mean there have been, and also we've had this discussion before. It is possible to do such a show, but the YouTube algorithm is not going to like it unless we have some really creative name that is not going to give not gonna like push it in the wrong part of the YouTube algorithm or get like just completely blacklisted. Okay, we got with the Ankh of Mishra. We have Ankh of Mishra, a 2-mana artifact. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, Ankh of Mishra deals 2 damage to that land's controller. That's absolutely true. And it's very painful. Super painful. Everyone's coming up with the stream ideas right now. Tier list of cards with prepared spells. You want to see the prepared spell tier list? It seems odd because a lot of them are going to be, the power level is going to be very strongly correlated to the super powerful card that it's attached to. Are there even enough prepared cards? I don't know. Voltland with Siphon Soul. Yeah, I know. Bryce said it's the Adam and Eve show for the, the revealing clothes show. Siphon Soul is a 3-mana sorcery. Siphon Soul deals 2 damage to each other player. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. Congratulations. Get a lot of life around here. Next we've got... does Legacy Allure count? Legacy's Allure is a 2-mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can put a treasure encounter on this, but sack it, gain control of target creature with power less than or equal to number of... Nah, it doesn't vibe commander with me. This is totally fine one-on-one. Corbinic and Nikachu MTG After Dark Edition could be a stream idea. After Dark? The hell does that mean? Corbinic with Ashen Powder. Ashen Powder is a 4-mana sorcery. Put target creature card from one of your opponent's graveyards into play under your control. And that is what I call a an actual commander card. What is it? Put target creature card from one of your opponent's grave. So what? It doesn't target it? Put target creature card from... Oh no, okay. It does target. But target creature card from an opponent's graveyard. Oh, the clause is you cannot take from your own graveyard. You're not even allowed to. It's not like take it from a graveyard. You actually depend on a lot of opponents. This card gets better with the more players that are in the game. Nikachu, you can finally do the hot tub show. You know, the hardest part of the hot tub is just having a hot tub. Although I guess I could barely sort of make it work. We got Jagra with Soul Ring. Yeah, well, I'm basically burying... Well, I mean, that's a good... We're looking for cards that are specifically, like, for multiplayer. Soul Ring is not really a multiplayer card. It doesn't have to be a multiplayer card. It's just banned in all the one-on-one formats. Just wants a free card. Sands of Time. 4 mana with a sad... Very sad person over here. Artifact. Each player skips his or her untap phase. At the beginning of each player's turn, untap each tapped artifact, creature, and land he or she controls, and tap each untapped artifact, creature, and land he or she controls. So each player's turn... Oh, this is the reverses thing, right? So we skip the untap step because now whenever we untap something, we're tapping everything that's untapped, and vice versa. Very bizarre. We got Mecha Waifu with the renewal from Homelands. Actual renewal. We have a 3-mana sorcery. Okay, I'll try to read the ancient scripture. Sacrifice a land to search your library for a basic land and put it directly into play. This does not count towards your 1 land per turn limit. Reshuffle your library afterwards. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. Okay, I'll count this in the sense that there's a lot of ramp cards in Commander. A lot of ramp cards. Why do they not even play this? Oh no, to cast this card you have to sack a land. Sack a land to get a basic land? This card's terrible. Unbelievably terrible. Okay, Jagra, the Helm of Awakening. That's too new. Isn't that like just a new card? Oh no, oh sorry, okay. I was thinking of one of those, what's it called? A different helm card. Let's just say that. I was thinking of a different helm. Okay, 2-mana artifact. All spells cost 1 generic mana less to play. All right, everybody. Everything's getting a little cheaper over here. Benjamin Berkey, Omen of Fire. It's getting hot in here. 5-mana instant. Return all islands to their owner's hands. Each player sacrifices a plains or a white permanent for each white permanent he or she controls. This one, are you trying to tell me my islands are saved? Each player sacrifices a plains or white permanent for each white permanent. Oh, I see. So if you have white stuff, it's getting sacked. If you got islands, all right, you get to keep them, but they all go to hand anyway. We got Rin with the Pandora's Box. Is this serious? This looks like a fake card to me. 5-mana artifact. Pay 3, tap. Choose a random summon card from all players' decks. Okay, it counts. For each player, flip a coin. If the flip ends up heads, put a token creature into play and treat it as though an exact. It's over. You can't even read the whole card here. Okay, Oracle text is treat as though an exact copy of the chosen summon card were just played. What the hell? This had to have been from Chandelar. A Chandelar exclusive. We need Chandelar the Secret Lair. Come on, Wizards. Where's the Chandelar Secret Lair? It just sucks that those PC-only cards haven't seen physical print as of yet, except for a few of them in Mystery Boosters. Well, all I have to do is wait for Mystery Booster 4 or 5, and then Pandora's Box is going to be legal one day. We already did Carpet of Flowers. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Corey. Give me another card, Corey. You can do it. What is this, Bryce? Arborea? You could rank Chandelar cards? How many cards are in Chandelar? I wouldn't mind doing that. I still haven't played the game. Dominaria Raymat. Oh, sorry. Arborea. Came from the Legends. You would think a set called Legends would be good for Commander. Anyway, this is a 4-mana world enchantment. Creatures can't attack a player unless that player casts a spell or put a non-token permanent onto the battlefield during their last turn. Did they have tokens back then? Like, if a player does not cast a spell or put a card into play on his or her turn... is this specify card? Creatures can't attack a player unless that player casts a spell or put a non-token permanent. All right, has to be literally a card. Lynn Corgi says, okay, no, this is going to be fine. Chainer Dementia Master. It's okay, like, you know, around 2000 is okay. That's that will be fine. As long as it's like mostly old bordered. 5 mana for a 3/3 minion legend. All nightmares are get +1/+1. And for triple black, pay 3 life. Put target creature card from a graveyard into play under your control. That creature is black and is a nightmare in addition to its other creature types. When Chainer Dementia Master leaves play, remove all nightmares from the game. I swear to God, I've played against this card at least once. Tokens were not included into boosters until 2007. And then it really differentiated what was a token and what was a card. Bolt says, unfortunately, really late. So I assume anything I can think of has been done before. Did we do Mr. No, too popular. Those cards are too popular, Mr. Grimora. Okay, I'll give it to you, though. I'll tell you why. Thanks to Why Kill, we got a bunch of freebies. You can have one of the freebies. It's freebie. It's freebie time. It's a pretty big waste of a freebie, though. Mystic Remora. I basically said to anybody, if you choose any of these super popular commander cards, you're going to be seen last on this show. So, well, we're at the end of the show now. Mystic Remora, blue, enchantment, commutative upkeep of 1 whenever target opponent successfully casts a non-creature spell. You may draw a card. That player may pay 4 to counter this effect. And if I remember correctly, like, this was a very underrated card until it was very, very popular. We have a regular super chat from Marcio. Philidar Sovereign? This is not an old school card. Super disqualified. I'm going to donate your super chat, Marcio. We're going to donate it to some people who haven't got a card yet. Apparently, Gillum with the Arena of Ancients. Arena of Ancients is the 3-mana artifact. Legendary creatures don't untap during their controller's untap steps. And when Arena of Ancients enters the battlefield, tap all legendary creatures. Oh no! Basically, it's like almost like hard removal for the legendary stuff. Felidar Sovereign is from... You must be thinking of the wrong card. This is Felidar Sovereign. It's from 2000. When is it from? 2009? It's not old enough. It's not even close. Look, Felidar Sovereign, Felidar Sovereign. I think you got the wrong card. No, I'm not too far. Okay, we've got another super chat from Z-Man Vader with the Demonic Attorney. How to surprise a 6-player pod. Come on with Anti. 3-mana sorcery. If an opponent doesn't concede the game immediately, each player must ante an additional card from the top of their library. Remove this card from your deck before playing if you're not playing for Ante. Ante must hit different when it's a multiplayer game. It must hit different. Maybe think of Felidar Guardian. I don't think that... Yeah, the date is still bad. Okay, I got a super chat for you, Bab. You got a free super chat. Conversion. At the beginning of your upkeep, sack conversion unless you pay double white. All the mountains are plains. Only 17 years old. We're looking for cards older than me. Really? I didn't know you're so young. You're like a baby, Steve Cooper. Okay, who has... Anyone else not get a card? I swear to God. Okay, Corey Marino Games, you get the last super chat. Moonlit Wake. Moonlit Wake is a 3-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, you gain an entire 1 life. Do not spend it all at once. And that is gonna be it. That's it for today's show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We know it was off to a rocky start. Sometimes the shows are like that, but you know what? Everyone figured it out, picked up the pace, and we had a great show to finish it all off. As usual, we do these shows Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But if it's a Tuesday or Thursday, you get to be part of the evening crowd, starting at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, even super chat so other people are part of the show. They appreciate it. Marciano's donation went to really good hands. And we also have to thank all of you, everybody who came here. People like Benjamin Berkey, Corbinick, we got Mercenary, Old Boy, we got Bab, Toilet Duck, Corey Marino Games. Who else do we have here? We got Y Kill, David Sampson, Christopher B, Gillum, Mappius, Micum, Toads Kano, Z-Man Vader, Steve Cooper. Oh, you're not 17. Close enough, maybe. Who else do we got here? And many more. Yes, thank you, super chatters. You saved Bab. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.